The Ghosts on Highway 69. It was a cold, dark night on Highway 69. Father John, a solemn priest, was driving away from the small town of Maple Valley. His car was the only one on the desolate stretch of road, the silence of the night broken only by the sound of his engine and the rustling of the wind through the trees. In the distance, Father John spotted a figure by the roadside. Slowing down, he saw a hitchhiker with an unsettling aura about him. The man introduced himself as Cash, and after a brief hesitation, Father John agreed to give him a ride. As they drove, Father John tried to make small talk, but Cash's curt responses only added to the tension. There was something about Cash that made Father John uneasy, but he pushed the feeling aside. After a while, they spotted the Blue Diner, its neon sign flickering in the darkness. Father John suggested they stop for a meal, hoping to ease the tension. Inside, the diner was strangely quiet. As they finished their meal, Cash excused himself to use the restroom. On his way, he was stopped by a red-haired woman who grabbed his arm, whispering urgently, "Call the police to Highway 69. Cash shrugged her off and continued to the restroom. When Cash returned, the diner was eerily empty. The uneasy silence sent a shiver down his spine. He hurried back to the car where Father John was waiting. As they resumed their journey, the car radio crackled with breaking news: a murder at the Blue Diner. The bodies of the owner and his wife were found in the freezer. Father John asked Cash what took him so long in the restroom, but Cash remained silent. They continued down Highway 69 until they reached the General gas station. Father John went inside to pay for gas, leaving Cash in the car. Cash, feeling uneasy, decided to use the restroom. Inside, Cash was stopped by a blonde-haired woman who urgently told him to call the police to Highway 69. Ignoring her, he went to the restroom. When he came out, the station was eerily quiet and empty, just like the diner. Back on the road, the radio announced another murder, this time at the gas station. The body of the service attendant was found in the stockroom. Father John looked at Cash suspiciously, asking if there was something he needed to tell him. Cash remained silent. An unmarked police car pulled them over. The detective approached cautiously, and Father John immediately told him he had picked up Cash hitchhiking outside Maple Valley. At the police station, in a dimly lit interrogation room, the detective revealed to Cash that Father John was not a priest, but an escaped patient from a mental ward. He had murdered several victims in Maple Valley. Cash was in shock as he looked at photos on the detective's desk. They were of the two women who had warned him to call the police. The detective explained that these were Father John's first victims. The detective, seeing Cash's bewilderment, suggested that perhaps the women were ghosts. Cash, pale and shaken, realized the horrifying truth. Maybe the ghosts of Highway 69 were trying to warn him all along. The spectral figures of the two women stood by the roadside, their faces haunting and expressionless. As Cash was led away, he couldn't shake the feeling that the ghosts on Highway 69 were still watching, their restless spirits forever haunting the dark, lonely road. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more spine-tingling tales. And turn on notifications to never miss an episode.